prosthetic turbinates for severe empty nose syndrome. Um, I'm having new terrible symptoms. I just woke up just seconds ago, and I come out here and the symptoms start. Your brain, when you wake up, it's bizarre. Your brain starts to register all the symptoms. Blurry vision, my hearing. I'm experiencing something new and really freaky. I've been wearing this for a couple of months, a homemade oral device to try to move the jaw forward, to open up my airway. So it moves the lower jaw forward a millimeter, 2 or 3. And it helps with the sleep apnea. I can't tolerate the CPAP anymore. And the CPAP actually moves my jaw back further and puts me into distress. This actually, I'm sleeping with low oxygen every night, but I don't really have a choice. I was watching this video last night on, I really, really dislike this. I see, some of these really smart people doing videos about human nature, but they'll also throw in a few videos on how to catch people lying, or actually how to manipulate people, which I really, really don't like, because the last thing we need in today's day and age is, teaching people how to manipulate other people, right? But one of them, I thought about this last night. This guy covered so much in this 1 minute video on TikTok. But one of the things he said is how to catch someone lying. And it's when they're looking at you and they'll look to the left while they're talking. And I thought, when I'm talking at times, do I look to the right or to the left? And when I was just telling you that I'm having about these symptoms, I look to the left, and I'm not lying. So what's he talking about? This so-called, I don't know what is, he's got like a dozen credentials, and he's like maybe 35 years old. So people look to the left. When I told you something about this oral device, I looked to the left. I'm not lying about. So that's weird. I'm going to look that up after. Like, is that what behavior experts say about, when people, you know what? I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to articulate. It's like I'm brain damaged or something. I'm so symptomatic right now, and I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to tell you stuff, and in my head, I know what I want to tell you, and it's just none of it's coming out right because I'm so symptomatic. I'm so screwed up right now with my ears and my eyesight and tinnitus and pain and my jaw. and trigeminal nerve pain, and I'm just in shock. And I'm trying to talk to you in a like a normal person. I'm so screwed up. What I'm trying to say is I think I'm having major issues from wearing the oral device. I lay down and my ear is opening, closing, opening, closing. You know, when your ear's plugged with fluid, and you're just mildly adjusting and trying to fall asleep, or you're, shutting your phone down or whatever you're doing. My ear is opening, closing, all night long with fluid. When the device isn't in, and when the device is in, and I'm wearing the device while I'm asleep, and my ear is just opening, closing, opening, closing, opening, closing. And now what's happening is when I wake up, not get up, but when I wake up, when I become conscious and when I become awake, let's say you're laying in the dark and you hear a gunshot wound and you're just shocked beyond, like, those times when something shocks you to the point you're speechless, you can't move, you're frozen. That's what's happening. There'll be a loud noise in my ear. Like, let's say I don't know why this comes to my mind, like an elevator shaft, like an elevator crashing to the ground, or a gunshot wound, or a gunshot wound. No, not a gunshot wound, like a gunshot in the dark of the night, in the dark bedroom. Like, it's like a noise so unexpected and so loud that your soul just jumps out of your body. That's what's happening to me now when I'm waking up. I'll just be peacefully laying thinking about something, and then a huge noise in my ear. So then I think, is this screwing up? Is this causing trouble? But you know what? And this is so important because there's a piece missing here. And maybe it's the brain. Like my sleep gradually and progressively got worse and worse through the years. Like 15 years ago, I was sleeping 3 hours a night, and then something then I lost a lot of my hearing for 2 years. My sleep got progressively worse. My sleep got to the point where I began sleeping only 1 or 2 hours every 24 hours. And during that time, I had lost my hearing. And the ENT surgeon said, come back in a year, and if your hearing's not back, we'll give you hearing aids. And so for 2 years, I lost my hearing, most of my hearing, and I was sleeping only 1 or 2 hours a night. I was still on 2 sleep medications, I think. 2 or 3. I think I had weaned off of one of them already. I weaned off all other medications. And then, while I had the hearing loss, just out of the blue, and I don't know why, I started sleeping around the clock, 18 hours a day. I would wake up at 6 p.m. I'd be up for 6 hours, go to bed. That went on for a year. Sleeping 8. So I went from sleeping only 1 or 2 hours a night, which was hell, to sleeping 18 hours a day. And that was, really nice restorative sleep, really good dreaming, heavy duty dreaming, lots of REM sleep. But sleeping 18 hours a day is terrible because it's incredibly isolating. Sleeping 1 or 2 hours a night is hell because it's incredibly isolating. Plus, you're in a panic and you're really SUICIDAL. You're in medical crisis sleeping only 1 or 2 hours a night. Then sleeping 18 hours a night, really nice, satisfying sleep, but you're totally socially isolated because you're in bed all the time, right? And so now I'm sleeping 18 hours a day, serious hearing loss. And then I went to bed one night. I woke up. It felt like something happened in my brain or in my sinuses. Something changed or something clicked. And boom, I woke up that day. My hearing was back. My hearing was way too loud. And I started sleeping only 1 or 2 hours a night. No, that's not how it went. How it went was I was sleeping 3 hours a night for years, which is really hard. Your life is gone. You're just surviving. You're in survival mode. You're in crisis. You're in survival mode. You're not socializing anymore because you're a wreck. You're only sleeping 3 hours a night. Then, and I had hearing loss. And then I went to bed one night and woke up. Something happened in here, sinuses or in the brain. Something clicked or something shifted. I woke up, my hearing was instantly back. My hearing was way too loud. And from that moment on, I started sleeping only 1 or 2 hours a night. And now I was SUICIDAL. And in crisis nonstop. And that continued for a few years, 4.5 years, sleeping only 1 or 2 hours a night. I weaned off the other two medications, went into severe medical crisis, severe acute withdrawal, SUICIDAL every day from not sleeping, from shaking, from nerve damage, from 100 symptoms, from medication injury and medication withdrawal. Wore CPAP for years. I couldn't sleep with CPAP. Just literal 7 years of torture with the CPAP. In December 2017, my hearing came back when I woke up that day and I stopped sleeping. How does any of this and not sleeping and the ear hearing, how does any of this have to do with the hearing or the brain? I wasn't wearing this at the time. Now I'm having like gunshot wounds or gunshot noises or huge noises that are, just shocking me. Is this the brain? Is this the Chiari? How is all of this tied together? The hearing, not sleeping. How can someone all of a sudden go from 3 hours a night sleeping, and then they're sleeping 18 hours a night for a year, and then boom, they're sleeping 1 or 2 hours a night? How is it? What's the connection?